atmospheric, super like storytelling. Fascinating. Anyways, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shayla, and we are listening to my second to last Dreamcatcher album I need to fully listen to. That was just the intro for the summer holiday album, Dreamcatcher special mini album. And I feel like my first thoughts through that was super like storytelling wise, like the footsteps and the door and the lock and the wind. Very interesting. I thought that, I don't know, it very much painted a picture in my mind, which isn't always what they go for, but I do really like when they do that in the intro tracks. I will say, I think this, I would have to listen to them all again, but from the top of my head, this feels like the intro track that connects most with the title track, with Because. And if you don't know, I have a ton of other Dreamcatcher reactions on my channel, including almost all of their other albums, music videos, everything. So go check those out. And so I think from like listening to their intros, this one feels like it really connects to Because. And I mean, it makes sense. Because is the song that directly comes after this. So I feel like it flows really nicely. And I don't know if they have anything that is that directly related. They definitely have elements, especially like thematically in some of their intro tracks. But yeah, I don't know. That one was very interesting. I could definitely see myself listening to that one outside of just a reaction. So now we have Airplane, the first B-side. I'm very excited. I see they have a lot of performances, like while looking up the lyric videos for these B-sides, I see they have lots of performances for them. So that makes me stoked because I love when Dreamcatcher performs B-sides. So I hope these are really good. So let's go. Airplane. Cool sound. The distortion. 어디로든 괜찮아 가방 가득히 추억의 스타리지 저 높이 올라가는 꿈 마치 마법 같은 blue 두 눈을 감아 날 바짝 따라와 가까워지는 seaside 시원한 과일과 함께 꼭 너에게 주고 싶은 She sounds great. It's bright, hey, even that electric guitar. It's interesting too because like this is after coming off of their trilogy, right? So this whole album is after the Scream, Boca, and then Odd Eye trilogy, which I feel like really put them on the map, but also really showcased like a darker kind of grungier side in three very different ways, of course, with the different albums, but felt like they all very much fit in a series. Obviously, they were supposed to. I wonder then, because not that because is bright, but it's definitely not as hard hitting as its previous three title tracks or their previous three title tracks. So I wonder if this album takes a little bit more of that kind of, I don't know if soft is the right word for it, or like lighter, brighter kind of approach, but still with a lot of what the essence of what makes Dreamcatcher. It did say special album, so I wonder if they decided to explore something a little bit newer with this. I don't know. It's interesting. I really like this sound though. It's really cool. Hello. Hello. Like even she sounds like she's doing something different. I think I'm missing a little bit of like that forward place, like electric guitar in the verses though. Like there's definitely like that distorted sound going on in the back, but I don't know, I feel like this second verse is a little emptier. Oh, I really like this pre-chorus though. Ooh. Very Dreamcatcher bright song. Same. Totally drop. I really like the way she pronounces the end of that phrase. That sounds really good. See, I think this like groovy section is definitely my favorite. I really like that pre-chorus though. Okay. I think that style of song is just less for me. Unfortunately, there were definitely parts that I enjoyed more, but I don't see myself coming back to the song as much as some of their other ones. If you had to know right now, probably the Scream Tree of Languages album is still my favorite, and I know it's a lot of people's favorite, but some of my favorites in general from Dreamcatcher are things like Red Sun and Sahara. Those two I think are like top for me, and then like from more recent stuff, Propose is really up there too. So if you didn't know me before, that's kind of where I usually sit with the Dreamcatcher B-sides that I like. So this one is less of my style. It's cute. It's got some cool vocal moments. I need to listen to it a bit more to figure it out, but yeah, interesting beginning. All right, now I got a whistle. Let's go. 4 minutes. Let's go. Can you stay with me? Ooh, I like how we're starting. Like that effect. Fade in. Oh, interesting. There, no, do not turn it down. Ooh. the sound of this one so far. It's still a bit bright, but it's like, I don't know. There's still like a muted sense to it. There's still like a little bit of a darkness there. I really like that like thump 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 bass. I think that's really cool. I'm a little bit worried it's gonna be an empty chorus though. Ah, that picture so pretty. No empty choruses here, bitch. Why was I worried? That's so fucking cool. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Especially that part right there. It kind of reminds me of like some like neo late 2000s, early 2010s, like kind of club track, but like Dreamcatcherified. And I'm a sucker for like things that came out when I was like first getting into music and stuff like that when I was a kid. I really like the sound. I think they work with it really well. And it would have been so easy for them to just leave that with just the whistle in the chorus. And I'm so glad they didn't. I don't have anything against open choruses, as in choruses that don't have like singing or even like rapping. Like generally, I just don't like the way that 95% of them are produced, in that the chorus usually is kind of boring and I don't really have anything to hook me into it, and so I end up just being like a little bit let down. And I also feel like, especially when it comes to like Western artists, the song feels like it goes nowhere because the chorus is the same, it doesn't build. So there's no inherent problems with it. I just don't like the way it's usually done. Dreamcatcher has some like emptier choruses, or empty-esque kind of choruses, and I don't know if I've ever found one that I super dislike. No, that's a different. I definitely haven't found a Dreamcatcher one that I super dislike. I think generally their team knows how to make a really compelling instrumental, and so I haven't found a lot of issues there. I think my only hesitation was just the way the instrumental played in the beginning. I was like, oh, what are we foreshadowing to? But no, this melody is really cool. I really like the way it's sang actually here. I really like the certain like phrases or words they add the harmony, like the multiple layering to, and then it turns into just the oohs and the background vocals here. That sounds so cool. Also Transonglation sounds amazing. Ooh. Okay, Bridge. That was a great transition. Like they use it as a dance break instead. But only as a interesting. So like for like an 8 count and a half. No, it's like a double. Okay. It feels shorter though. I don't mind it. I like the way that Domi rounds it off at the end too. Oh, the Ballads in there. That was sick. I really... Oh, don't do that. I really enjoy that song. I think that's going to end up being one of my favorite Dreamcatcher songs. I'm not full of energy right now just because it is 3 in the morning when I'm recording this. And I have to be a little bit quiet. But I really, really like that one. And I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones I've seen, like, that there are performances of. And that makes me really, really happy. So, that one's my favorite so far for sure. It's probably like a high 8 out of 10 song on first listen. I really like that. Okay, all day long, let's go. I think I was right about the bright sounding album. Not bass guitar. That's it. Ooh, it sounded really cool there. I like that section. I'm done. Oh, it's gonna go high again. Ooh, I like that. The brass parts. I would say my biggest thing right now is I wish the instrumental and the chorus switched up a little bit. the certain elements that really they're using to tie in these kind of songs with the rest of Dreamcatcher's music, like the Dreamcatcher-esque portions of these songs, I really, really enjoy. And I love that they're experimenting. I don't know if this one is my style as much. You know? I think that like funky bass line and everything, I think that is something I can 100% see. It reminds me of what is that song? What is that song? It's not Wind Blows. Anyways, it reminds me of like other Dreamcatcher B-sides. I can very easily hear it in another Dreamcatcher song. Whereas I feel like just the overall sound of this song is not as much my thing, though I do, again, like what they're doing vocally in a lot of sections. But I can very much see why it sort of drilled a lot of people. Absolutely obsessed with Handang in this chorus. Do not get me wrong. This is her song. I do like the show chorus too, I will say. It's probably my favorite part. It kind of reminds me of like a Mamamoo-esque song. Like from one of their earlier albums. I'd be interested. I think there's a decent amount of crossover between like Dreamcatcher and Mamamoo fans. And I'd be interested to see what people think about that. But yeah, I think that's the end. Yeah. Interesting. So not quite 4 minutes, but I think what I'm getting the most from this album is how like happy and proud I am that they and their team, their producers, their creative team, whatever, was willing to take a chance on stuff like this. But it also makes me very interested because I know their newest albums and how they very much combine elements, I feel like, of like harder hitting B-sides and also like pretty ballads or brighter sounding stuff. So it is interesting that they kind of had a project that was specifically about that one thing, and then now we're seeing, or I'm guessing just afterwards, we've seen them do just a lot of mishmashing. So that's cool, but it's not like they didn't do that before, to be fair. But yeah, A Heart of Sunflower is last. I'm gonna guess ballad, but we'll have to see. And I also just wanted to say too, with Because, I feel like this was, like I said before, the perfect album to do it, but also them using Because as the title track is so smart, because they wanted to experiment, they wanted to play around with this kind of sound in their album, but they also didn't want to alienate their audience, and I think Because was the perfect song to do that, because it's still so Dreamcatcher, but just a different side. I don't know. I think that was such a good decision by their team. So, yeah. All right, Heart of Sunflower. Okay, piano ballad. For what I think about ballads, they're hit and miss for me. One of my favorite ballads of this year is Fireflies um, by Dreamcatcher. Oh my god, I fucking love that song. I think it's my favorite Dreamcatcher ballad as well. So, just so you know. 헤어짐을 얘기할지 다른 누군가를 바라보는 네가 난 너무나도 미워져. Damn lyrics. 내 곁에서 점점 멀어지는 게 난 느껴지는데 왜 아무 말도 할 수 없는지 시간은 날 이제 그만두라 하지만 네 생각에 눈물 흘린 오늘 하루마저 난 이렇게 널 사랑하고 있어. 분명 우리의 추억 나에게 너무 소중한데 이렇게라도 네가 내 손 잡아 줄 수 있다면 돌아올 때까지 오래 걸려도 좋아. 궁금했어 넌 잘 지내는지 아프진 않은지 왜 아무 말도 안 해준 건지 시간은 날 여기 머무르라 하지만 내 마음은 I fucking love the lyrics of the song. I also want to say I think that this has a really great like emotion to it in that like I don't even need to look at the lyrics exactly to feel that. Especially I feel like Handong and Dami are really giving me a lot of that emotion in their voice, and I like feel like the pain from it. 다시 그곳 그때로 돌아가 난 이렇게 널 사랑하고 있어. 분명 우리의 추억 나에게 너무 소중한데 아무 말 없이 나의 곁으로 와 줄 수 있다면 돌아올 때까지 오래 걸려도 좋아. 그려지고 다 사라져버릴 것만 같아서 혼자서만 기억해. 매일 기억해. 물들었던 불빛들 떨어지는데 가시는 여전히 날 아프게 해. 난 이렇게 널 사랑하고 있어. 분명 우리의 추억 내겐 여전히 소중했어. 시간이 가고 너도 날 떠올려 줄 수 있다면 기억하기까지 내 맘 알 때까지 기억하기까지 오래 걸려도 좋아. Wow. You know, I was just saying that Fireflies is my favorite, and I still think it is. 정말 바보같이 나는 너 안에. I think this one might end up being a close favorite. I really, really liked how we flowed into that final chorus. I think my only thing is like when we're doing a high note into the final chorus, I usually prefer a belt just because I'm a belt lover. I love when singers do a good belt. So I think that's the only thing I would change. but I really like the feeling throughout the song. The lyrics were beautiful. This is probably my second favorite. No, definitely my second favorite. I'll have to listen to this one more, but yeah, that was a great one. I don't know if this is a song that I can really do without like in an emotional kind of state of mind, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's the end of the album. I feel like I don't know. It might be just because it's extremely late and I'm sleep deprived, but I feel like I was more critical about this album than I have been with previous Dreamcatcher projects. And like, I'm aware that my audience knows that I am a Dreamcatcher fan, and I really, really love the girls and their art. And people aren't going to be weird about me having specific tastes, but just to like preface, just because I don't vibe with something as much or it's not for me doesn't mean it's bad. Like I really hope this is a lot of your guys' favorite album because I love hearing from people who have like different opinions. So please let me know if it is, or just let me know like what your favorite song from this album is. Please, 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 especially ones that I didn't like, because I want to hear from you guys and I want to know what you think the thought process was behind that album or behind this album, and especially to those of you that were here when it dropped. I really want to know, and I'll have to go digging for some descriptions maybe from the girls. I'm not sure if they did a comeback live or anything, but specifically describing this album and its intention and stuff. So, very curious about that. I'm also very, very excited because the next album is the last album, a full length album, and the one with all the solos. So, very, very intrigued to do a listen through of that one. And that will come in the new year. Hopefully, end of January is what I'm thinking. So, thank you guys so, so, so much. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Happy holidays, and I'll see you in that next one. Bye.